Hi, I'm Robert Arnason. I'm a reporter with the Western Producer, and today I'm here in Sperling, Manitoba. And I'm here with Curtis Hiebert, who farms, I think, about 11,000 acres just north of Sperling.
Correct.
So we're at a Green Ammonia Workshop here in Sperling, and Curtis is doing something very unique on his farm. Can you just tell us a little bit about what's happening, the project, and the installation on your farm?
Yeah, we're part of a project where we're the site of the first green ammonia decentralized farm-based production plant installation, I guess. So it's a fairly small system, so it's about 100 tons a year that it produces, so 300 kg per day. And yeah, it excites us because it allows us to produce that nitrogen that normally has to be either shipped from Saskatchewan or Brandon to our site when we need it, like to our fields actually. Whereas now we can produce it on our own farm, just using basically electricity and water, and allows us to have that supply there, you know, when we need it, and saves some costs in delivery as well as hopefully also in production cost.
So you have quite a large farm. Will this on-farm production supply just a portion of your needs? Like, can you give me a sense of that?
Yeah, so it's supposed to produce about 100 ton. We use between 400 and 650 ton per year of anhydrous, depending on the crops we grow and how much urea we use. So for example, for corn, a lot of times we put a blend down when we're putting our fertilizer in a band with urea and with our phosphate. So depending on how much urea we use, you know, that dictates how much anhydrous we end up putting down. So we put all our fertilizer down in the fall as well.
So is the motivation here about price stability, like maintaining some control over price variability with fertilizer, or is it about maybe making a bit of a difference in being green and reducing emissions? Like what's motivating you here?
Well, the big motivation was supply, first of all, because we had I can't remember exactly what year, but 2019 or 2020, we had to wait quite a bit for anhydrous. So, you know, that pushed us back. We probably got about 1,000 acres or 1,500 acres that didn't get fertilized that year. And then we had to do that in the spring, and we don't like that. In our heavy soil, it doesn't work. And lighter soils, that's not as much of a problem, but if you're putting anhydrous down with your seed, it's even more timely. You don't want to be waiting. So that was the biggest thing. You know, there is a green benefit, an environmental benefit as well that, you know, that's a benefit, that's a side benefit. We're more concerned about our cost. Like in the end, we have to compete for land and that sort of thing, land rent, and if our costs are way too high, we're not going to be farming. So that number one is cost. We have to make sure that the cost is in line or better, and we hope that this type of project will allow us to lock in a stable price and not be tied to both corn price in the US as well as natural gas price, which is where, you know, the real cost comes from. But it seems like whenever the corn price goes up, the cost of fertilizer goes up as well.
So last one here. So I understand that the installation, and it will start producing ammonia quite soon, probably sometime this winter. Are you getting a lot of questions and inquiries from your fellow farmers to learn more about this? Like, what's the level of curiosity out there?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that are asking about it, a lot of people in the industry. We're not sure on numbers. That's one big thing that we can't really say or really know, and that's what we're excited about to see when the plant is actually running. But yeah, it's a lot of people are interested. You know, I get calls and texts and emails weekly about it. So yeah, there's a lot of excitement in the industry and in Manitoba about it.
So I guess we'll find out more about those numbers and the economics as it's up and running, and we'll find out more as we go.
Exactly.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.